Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back and welcome to Tuesday, December 17th, day 72 climbing the mountain. Getting into it, weighed in at 334.8 pounds. That's about a half pound down from yesterday. I'll just keep pushing that along, uh, take it as far as we can, do the best we can. For blood pressure, I measured at 144/75. So this systolic came up a little bit, but the diastolic is staying under 80, so that's not bad. I think the systolic will come down with the weight, so we'll keep pushing that along. For sleep, I got 8 and 3/4 hours of sleep. Now Brian has done some researching. He dug up the National Sleep Foundation's chart for ideal sleep conditions. So they say that ideal sleep is between 7 to 9 hours, and that you should be getting no less than 6 and no more than 10. So that makes it a little bit more real for me. There, it kind of put some parameters in place for what I should be shooting for. So I think I'm gonna try to follow that. No less than 6 will probably be one of my goals going forward here. Not probably. That'll just be one of my goals going forward. Try not to slip under 6 if we can avoid it. And if I need to, I'll just do like I did today and I'll push some work over to the next day. At least the editing work. But that'll be the plan, and we'll fix that. As far as food is concerned, for breakfast I had a bowl of Crispix, and then I had the fruit protein and activity shake. I'm just gonna start referring to that shake as the health shake. I named it that the last time I was trying to eat healthy. I'm just gonna stick to that so I don't have to make it so wordy. So the health shake it will be. For lunch I had an Italian sausage pasta frozen meal, and I made some buttered bread with that. And then for dinner I had white rice, green beans, and chicken tenderloins. Then moving into the MyFitnessPal chart, it's a pretty decent day all told. Um, I think the main problem is that frozen dinner I had, and ideally I wouldn't be eating that, but I have a couple of them in the freezer, and I I've gotten to the point in the eating habits where I don't really have a casual opportunity to eat those. So I'm gonna eat those today and tomorrow just to get rid of them, and then I'll try to work the rest of the chart around that. Did a fairly good job of that today. It slipped a little bit, but um, I'm I haven't claimed to be perfect, nor will you ever hear me claim that. So, um, pretty good. I mean, especially if you look back on some of the old ones, this is dynamite compared to the days where we had our sodium 6,000 over or whatever. So, we'll take that. Just minor setback, if you want to call it that at all. Um, and as far as talking points, Um, I'm going to put my 10-week physique pictures at the end of the video. I've got the week 2 comparisons and then the week 10 right after that. I put dates on them so you can tell which is which. There's pretty decent progress there. I wish I would have done maybe a better job of like getting a particular positioning laid out where I take the pictures, but they're pretty close. And then um, also I'm gonna do some of the push-ups at the end of the video too. I was editing this and realized that I've got the number 39 sitting there for a few days now. So I wanted to start to work on that. I just don't want to chump out and start going back on my word and leave those to be forgotten. So I went over to the side of the room and did 10 just to work on the number a little bit. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about, just something that I've been mentioning but really want to drive home here. I saw on the MyFitnessPal website, an ad came up. I don't even know if it was an ad, but an article maybe. And the title of it was "Consistency is Greater Than Perfection." And I wanted to talk about that. So Brian had made a post on Facebook, maybe yesterday, or the day before, just talking about where I started and where I am now and the changes that have been made. So I'm down like 35 pounds and my blood pressure's come down like 30 points on each side, and my resting heart rate has come down quite a bit, which just is a function of your aerobic health. So um, it was 10 weeks, and now it's 10 weeks and 2 days that I haven't missed a day of exercise, and I've been doing the best I can with everything else. I mean, given whatever circumstances and my personality that I'm trying to navigate, but um, haven't missed a day in over 10 weeks, and the results are there. So I, you can worry about being perfect, or try your best. It's something to reach for, but I'm the perfect example of just showing up every day and working at it and making an effort. And if you use you know I accidentally ate the wrong food, I ate something I shouldn't have, or conditions aren't 100% the way you want them to be. If you use that as the reason that you don't do something for a day, then it's a hindrance. But if you just accept that everything's not going to be perfect and you just put whatever effort you can in, you do that every day, you're gonna be so much further along. And accepting the imperfection makes it so much easier to be consistent. You don't beat yourself up over little things that didn't go right. You just do the work. And uh, doing the best that you can personally, there's an incredible victory in that. You know that you did something instead of doing nothing. Um, you know, take away all the weightlifting and all this other nonsense I'm doing. If somebody wanted to lose weight, do the walking, right? You start with 5 or 10 minutes, do whatever you can, then you just build like a minute on every week. It doesn't have to be the 5 minute jumps that I've been trying to do. If you just did a minute every week, well, by the end of the year, you'd have an hour that you're walking, right? And you're going to be so much further ahead just by putting those little bricks on your foundation. It doesn't have to be anything major, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just come in, do whatever you can, work towards it. Um, you'll be, look at how much further along you can be after a period of time. It doesn't feel like it's been 10 weeks, but it's so cool to look back on it and know that I've done that work. I laid the foundation and I built on it, and I'm starting to get into weightlifting, which I couldn't be any more excited about. That's one of the things I'm passionate about, so incredibly excited for that. The weight's coming down. I mean, realistically, with me putting on muscle and trying to build my power along with the weight loss, I would imagine I have less than 100 pounds to lose now. There, take all these little minor victories or little little milestones, and they they just add fuel to the fire. Once you've done the work, the hay's in the barn. You just get to sit back and enjoy it, right? So, um, consistency over perfection is what I want to preach. Just do what you can when you can, and be happy with that. I mean, be thrilled about that, because can't imagine there's a large percentage of the human race that does what we're trying to do here. So anything you can do, just do it for yourself, and you'll feel better for it. I certainly do. So uh, don't sweat the small stuff. Basically, if something doesn't go right, don't even worry about it. I know people tell me, hey man, like I really tore up dinner last night or whatever the case may be, but I've done that myself and it's on record. And look, it didn't stop me, right? And it wouldn't stop anybody else either. Or people will say, hey man, like I had to go do some stuff, didn't get to be as active as I wanted to be, or they'll say that they were only able to do something. Whatever you were able to do, celebrate that, because that's awesome. Think about where I was 10 weeks ago. I wasn't doing any of this stuff, and so celebrate the fact that you are doing something and you're doing something now, and celebrate how much further you are because of it. But that's I wouldn't necessarily be here without everybody pushing me along and doing everything they've been doing. So just to appreciate it, and let's celebrate the fact that we're getting after it. But that is all I want to talk about for today. I'm going to wrap this up, take a shower, and go to sleep. So again, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of it. Thanks for pushing me along. I'm inspired by everything everyone else is doing too. So let's just celebrate it, and we'll keep climbing the mountain. And I'll see you tomorrow.